we know who the offensive coordinator is. It's your favorite, your buddy, your pal, Darrell Bevell. Come on down.
Right here. Appreciate everybody in here. If you're watching, give us a like, a thumbs up. To get those likes up, help us out. We continue to grow the channel each and every day. Johnny, I'm going to talk briefly about Travis Etienne. He was my second back here, and I want to talk about, and look, I'm not going to have a ton of stats here because we just haven't seen Urban Meyer in the NFL. We haven't seen Trevor Lawrence in the NFL. I don't know what this offense projects to be. If it's as good as Jacksonville last year, well, we saw, James Robinson produces a top 7 back in fantasy. But Travis Etienne drafted as the second running back off the board, right? Najee Harris was first.
Yeah.
Second running back off the board. We saw him be drafted, but then we saw Urban Meyer come out, Johnny, and say, we really wanted Kadarius Toney. We really didn't even want Etienne. And now we've got John Shipley. We talked about him before. Jaguars beat writer says that the Jaguars first-round running back will be taking all of his rookie minicamp reps at wide receiver. Another development that gives him a clue, or gives us a clue to what kind of role Urban Meyer envisioned for him. We have Urban Meyer calling him slash, working him in the slot, which is kind of strange given that you've had Laviska Shenault be able to be a good slot receiver for them in spurts. I don't know that this offense is going to be one I really want to touch. And as far as a backfield is concerned, Johnny, I'm not going to put a lot of my eggs in my basket. You look at who we're having to draft him over: Myles Gaskin, Mike Davis, Kareem Hunt, guys with tremendous upside, established roles in their offense, and just not something I'm willing to do at this point as an RB2, firmly an RB2 in the 5th round, Johnny.
So what's really, really interesting, Travis, is we do actually kind of know what this offense is going to project to be out or project out as, because we know who the offensive coordinator is. It's your favorite, your buddy, your pal, Darrell Bevell. Come on down is the new offensive coordinator for these Jacksonville Jaguars. If you aren't familiar with that name, he was the one and only disruptive coach over there in Detroit. And as we all know, he refused to give DeAndre Swift his true touches until way late in the season. So what we can take away from Darrell Bevell and what their rushing, stat line projects out to be, RB1s in his system generally get about 35 to 42% of the rushing market share. So Robinson should see that. Now, where I don't like Robinson, unfortunately, he won't see a lot of the target market share for the receiving work. I do expect Travis Etienne to get that. Should be about 12%. That's what Darrell Bevell generally uses that running back for in history. And then you look at what the rushing market share for a guy like Etienne is going to be, it's going to be probably like 25 to 30%. Now, when you look at this offense and you're looking at all the other weapons, that's also where you kind of start projecting things, Travis, to go a little bit wonky for Etienne, because you do have Laviska Shenault, who they should line up in the slot, and I have projected to get 18% of this market share because that's generally what Bevell does. So there are a lot of concerns. I know I get the hype, like you said, of people wanting to draft him because they paired. You also have like the whole fact that they played Etienne and Trevor Lawrence, excuse me, thank you. Trevor Lawrence and him have, but I ultimately think that they'll be spreading the ball around. They're not going to go with one guy because Darrell Bevell never does that.
They played together in college, sure, but Etienne, the reason they're working him so much at wide receiver is they didn't use him much as a wide receiver in college. Like, he didn't catch a ton of passes. So where you would say a quarterback has chemistry with a guy is as a receiver. But if you guys didn't really work together all that much at it, like, what's the bragging rights there? I just, there's other guys. We talked about Myles Gaskin, Mike Davis sitting there. It's like, there's other RB2s I'm going to go ahead and take ahead of Travis Etienne. Right here. Oh, you watched the whole video? That's impressive. But if you want to learn how to dominate your draft or win your league, why don't you head on over to thefantasywhispers.com and grab your draft kit today. Or you could click the link in the description below. And if you're still not sold, check out one of these videos.